Hello everybody and welcome to the summer video update. Oh yes indeed. It's summertime and the sun is nowhere to be seen. Well, it is, it's out at the moment, but it's hit and miss, right? It's been hit and miss in over the past few weeks. Although from my dark hue, you wouldn't be able to tell because I've been in the sun. I've been on holiday. I've just come back on Saturday, been to the Mediterranean for a cruise. And the Mediterranean is going through a heat wave at the moment, so yes, I was a little bit crisped up when I got home. Still, I'm showing the effects. I was out baking in the sun, reading a book, penning my memoirs, while sipping on my usual rum and coke daily. I got sunburnt on the first day, it's always a bad thing to do. You go out. If there's one thing you do on holiday, not if it's just, I'm sure many other people do this. You get heavily drunk on the first day because you're on holiday. Hey, the drinks get knocked back, and you sit out in the sun. I don't need sun cream. The sun, and you burn. You don't go on holiday the first day, put sun cream on, be responsible, and just have a couple of drinks. Oh no, you just go full guns blazing on that first day. So yeah, heavily drunk, sunburn, as is customary. Anyway, back home now with a bang. Went to work today, and. You do miss your creature comforts. My computer gaming, my football, my friends, you guys. Although I do miss being at home after I've been away for a length of time. That doesn't kick in until like the back end of the second week, but by that time I'm beginning to feel a little bit homesick, if you will. So I am glad to be back. Anyway, this is going to be a rather long video update, if you can't already tell. And in fact, it's only one of two parts because I have a lot to update you with. There's been not many video updates in the past few months, so I've got a lot of channel-based things to update you with, and a lot of personal-based things to update you with. So that would, if I was to give you everything in one go, it's going to be about an hour long. So to spare you that, I'm going to split this into two, probably like 30-minute video updates. Well, actually, this one will be around about 30 minutes. The second one might be less, maybe about 15. But this is going to be the channel-based video update. So everything about this is channel-based. So, shall we get cracking? Let's get cracking. Right then, so my vision for the channel going forward. Now, this has been planned whilst I was on holiday. Because when you're on holiday, you're chilled out, you're relaxed, there's no stresses, there's no strains, there's no pressures from work and other things. You can just sit there, soak up the sun, do whatever you need to do. And when I'm in that state, it's almost like a meditative Zen state where everything becomes clear. It's really bizarre. When I'm on holiday, I usually get a spa package where you go into the thermal suite, the sauna, the steam room, the Turkish beds, and really relax properly, the hydro pool. They didn't have that on this ship, so I was very disappointed about that. So I did my sort of meditative stuff, my contemplative stuff on the top deck whilst in the sun. But yeah, and I was doing a lot of thinking, not just about LP stuff, but about personal stuff, setting goals for work, out of work, personal relationships and stuff, because I've not been on form for about 3 months due to some health issues, which I haven't told a lot of people about, but I'll tell you about that in my personal video update, which is going to come round about the back end of this week or early next week. But yeah, I've had some health issues which have got me really down, and I had to have an MRI scan. But everything has come back clear, and I've got the old green light to go ahead with things, and I'm, in a happy place right now. So, on holiday, sat down and made a load of plans. And thought about my channel and how I want to proceed going forward to sort of maximise my enjoyment of doing this, because this is a hobby to me still, and I enjoy doing this. And there's little things that I'm doing at the moment that's sort of not what not maximising my enjoyment, which will become clear as I go through my channel plan. So I'm very organised today. I've come back off holiday, new regime, and I've got a list in front of me, my plan listed out, so that I don't miss anything, and hopefully will keep my mind focused and prevent this video from going on for too long. So at the end of this video, I'm going to have given you a load of information about things going forward, so if you forget anything or need to refer to anything, I'm going to upload this channel plan to the Discord server. it will be pinned to the top of the announcements server. So that's where you can find it if you need to see it. But if you've got a good memory, you may retain this information anyway. So, channel plan going forward. I want to be doing 3 game series at a time. That's, for me, I think is going to be optimum in terms of variety, in terms of not spreading myself too thin and not being too focused on just one game at a time. So, there's 3 types of game series that I'm going to be doing at any one time. The first series is the main series. And I say series because it's going to be a mixture of LP, videos and streams. Now the main series on the channel will be a typical game that I play. An RPG, a strategy or a simulation. They're my favourite genres. They're conducive to roleplay and storytelling. That's why I play them. And they will be the main game series. Typically longer games. Now for these series, I will be uploading them via both streams and by regular video uploads. The regular video uploads will be 45 minutes long. I think that's quite a nice video length. It's not too short. I think 30 minutes is probably too short for pacing. And an hour is too long for you guys to sit down and watch it in one go. You know, 21st century and all that, people are on the move. They don't have time to sit there for an hour. I've got this to do, I've got that to do, I've got this film to check, I've got this to do, this, you know. So 45 minutes, I think, is just enough time for you to sit down and watch it in one sitting. You might be able to find 45 minutes in your day, and if you don't, it's not too daunting to catch up, you know, if you fall a couple of videos behind. Whereas if a video is an hour long or even longer than that, you know, it can be quite a drag. Even though YouTube does allow you to pick up where you left off, it's still, you know, it's still that sort of mental, you know, challenge to get through a long video. I appreciate that. So 45 minutes long. They're going to be uploaded. Now these are goals that I'm setting myself. Doesn't mean that I'm going to stick to them rigorously, but I'm going to do my damn best. I'm going to upload a main series video every day, apart from days where I'm going to be doing a live stream. So if I do 2 live streams a week, that will leave me with 5 days to upload a main series video. And they will go up at 7 PM British time, whether that's GMT or BST, depending on the time zone. It will be 7 PM British time. So you're getting consistency. You know when they're going up every day of the week, apart from a live stream day, and they're going up at 7 PM. So you're getting that consistency, and you're knowing when they're going up, and you're knowing what's going up. As somebody that watches YouTube videos and LPs far more now than I used to do even so much as 3 years ago, I appreciate consistency is important in a game series, and I appreciate that knowing when something's going up is handy. So you can just tune in to that series without having to think, when's it coming up? Why isn't it when's the next video? Why has he not uploaded it? What the hell's going on? It's been 3, 4, 5 days now. You know, that's not good. So consistency, and you're getting that knowledge. It's going up at 7 PM. It's going up daily, apart from live stream days. Every 10th video of the main series will be a live stream. So you're getting the LP videos 1 to 9, and then the 10th video will be a live stream, and that's mainly to help with pacing more than anything. You know, being able to sit down and play a game for 3 hours with no editing, no processing, no uploading, that really does help. And these are longer games, so having some method of, you know, getting some decent footage up there, decent chunk of footage up there in one sitting is really helpful to me. So every 10th video will be a live stream. But before a live stream, there will be a day's grace. So if I'm going to upload, say, if I'm going to plan a live stream for a main series on a Friday, then the Thursday there'll be no main game series upload. And all that is to give you a day's grace to catch up on videos that you might be slightly behind on before the live stream starts. So that's just to give you that moment to catch up, a day's grace before the live stream. So sticking to the structure should allow me to upload 70 hours of footage in a 3-month period. which I think is a decent chunk of time, and because 70 hours should be enough time to finish most games. I say most, not all, of course, because there are some long games out there. And that's just 70 hours of footage, not necessarily gameplay, because I do stuff off camera as well, so that might be 80, 90, could be as much as 100 hours of actual gameplay if I'm doing stuff off camera, depending on what I'm doing, but 70 hours of recorded footage. Now, if we face a situation where the game is longer than 70 hours, such as an Elder Scrolls Fallout, maybe even Cyberpunk if I LP that, you know, it's going to drag on. Now, I'm going to play that by ear. If the series is received well and everybody's enjoying it and I'm enjoying it and I can't put it down, we may go beyond the 3-month period. If it's time, I think, you know what, we could do with mixing it up a bit and having another game replace it for a little while, then I'll bring in another main game, perhaps a shorter one, maybe a 40-hour game rather than another massive one, take a month and a half to finish it, maybe 2 months to finish that, and then come back to that previous main game for a second season. That's my general thinking around that, but that's still to be confirmed, but that's how I see that happening. So a really long game, play it for 3 months, then assess, should it continue a bit longer, or should it replace, or should we park it aside for a couple of months, bring in something else, and then return back to it for a second season. That's the general plan. So that's the main series, how I see that panning out going forward. 45-minute videos, 7 PM uploaded, every day apart from a live stream day. Of course that can slip with real life issues, and every 10th video will be a live stream. Easy peasy. So that's a main game series. The current main game series, of course, is Baldur's Gate. So I'm going to give myself 2 months, because I've already played this for a month now, 2 months from now, end of August, to see if we can get this game finished. If not, we'll take that approach as well, just to see how close we are to the end. What do we want to do? Park it, bring in something else, or play it a bit longer and finish it. So Baldur's Gate will go on until at least the end of August. The second game series on the channel will be a side game series. Now this is going to be a type of game that I don't usually play as a main series, so not usually an RPG, strategy or simulation. There may be exceptions. You know, could be an indie game, could be a sports game, a horror game, puzzle game. You know, I'm willing to try things. I'm willing to try different games out now, and we'll see what happens. Now these videos, the videos for this series, will be an hour long because they're only going to be uploaded on a weekend, so a Saturday and a Sunday, regardless of streams, which potentially means that on a Sunday or a Saturday, depending on when the weekend stream is. More about streams a little bit later. You might get 2 uploads. You'll get the main game and the side game on a Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, hour-long videos because they're uploaded less frequently. So again, to help with the pacing, I have to make these videos a little bit longer. And they will go up on a Saturday and a Sunday on the weekend, and they will be going up at 3 PM. British time, depending on the time zone, and that's because it's a weekend. People generally don't work weekends and at school, university, college, so we can have those a little bit earlier in the day. Plus, if I'm live streaming on a Saturday, it allows me to get that up before the live stream starts. Now, I don't have any specific live streams planned for a side series. That doesn't mean I won't live stream a side series. It's situational. Depends on what the game is. Would live stream enhance it through viewer participation? Is it a point? Do we reach a point in the game where it would be beneficial? We play it by ear. May seek your advice on that on a game by game basis. But given the fact that we're uploading these less often, I want these to be shorter games. So we're looking at 20 hours tops. Again, that gives me at 2 hours a week, roughly 3 months to finish a side series. So the general time frame I'm giving myself to finish any series really is about 3 months, so that we can keep a healthy rotation of games on the go, not sort of dragging series on for a year, for 2 years. You know, get them over and done with, if you will, in a shorter period of time, so we can move on to pastures new and other exciting stuff. Now for these games, the side series, I am open to suggestions, because I'm going to be trying new games. There may be games that I don't even know that are out there that you think you're going to enjoy that. Suggest it. I look at it and think, bloody hell. CK2 was a prime example. Now that was a main series game, but it was something that was suggested. I took a look. I was umming and ahhing. Thought, oh, I don't know. Tried it. One of the best games I've ever played. And there's been other games that I've played. 80 Days, Undertale. These were all Papers, Please. Great stream series, really, really well received, and that was a suggestion. So yeah, you can suggest these series to me. If I've got 2 or 3 on that I think, I don't know what to pick, I may even open it up to a vote. So you can get involved in choosing those side series. And I may even go against my principles here. I may even consider online gaming. Particularly if it's a racing game, because I love racing games, and I don't play them anywhere near often enough. And out of all the online games that I play, online games are, for me, the best of the lot, because I really do enjoy online racing. But, you know, as I said, trying new things, or trying old things again, maybe open to some online gaming, whether that's head-to-head, whether that's cooperative, a campaign, or whatever. Open to it, whether that's publicly on a server or with viewers privately. Again, case by case basis. But we're trying new things here, trying new series, new games, and this is a perfect time to do it. So that is the side series. And the third game, the series that's going to be going on on the channel, is a live stream series, which is live stream only, no regular video uploads. Just live streams. Now my live stream slots, the days that I have free for live streaming where I don't play football, are Monday and Tuesday evenings and Friday and Saturday evenings. So what I'm looking at doing is having a live stream on a Monday or a Tuesday at the start of the week, and then a second live stream on a Friday or Saturday. That's going to be the general gist. One at the start, one at the close to the end, weekend. So that's the general plan for the live stream scheduling. All live streams will start at 7 p.m. British Standard Time, because I believe Europe is an hour ahead right now, so that's not too bad if we start at 7. Whereas when the clocks go back here and it becomes GMT time, I think then Europe becomes 2 hours ahead, which is a bit more of an issue if I start at 7 and finish late. So when it comes to GMT, when summertime ends, I will start the streams at 6 p.m. So 7 p.m. for British Standard Time for summertime and 6 p.m. for GMT. But of course you'll be notified well in advance. And all streams generally tend to last anywhere between sort of 3 and 4 hours. Going forward, I will be using a webcam on all my streams. I think the webcam will probably enhance the stream. You can see my reactions, you can see me. It just makes it a little bit more interactive, and so we'll give that a try at least and see how we go with it. I think it'll be good for Darkest Dungeon, for instance. You can see me rolling my eyes when I'm waiting for people to make their choices. May even give you a snapshot of my dinner when it comes in, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah. Now, I've got no genre in mind for a side stream, but generally speaking, it's going to be a game that a live stream would enhance. So like Darkest Dungeon, where you can get involved with making the choices live, a game where you can participate, role play, where a live stream would be better than a normal playthrough with recorded videos, because your interaction is almost pertinent to the series. That's the kind of game that I want to be live streaming, so that the interactivity has meaning other than just watching me play a game. Now, how many games out there have that kind of prospect? I can't think off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure there are many out there. And like the side game series, this is going to be open to you guys as well. You can suggest games for a live stream series too. And again, if I get 2 or 3, I think, oh, it could be that. Oh, it could be that. Again, may open it up for votes. So the side series and the live stream series are open to suggestions and open to voting where necessary. The main series, I will pick the game because it's longer. I generally want to play a game that I know I'm going to enjoy, so that's the main series is really down to my choice. But the side and live stream series, you can get involved in sort of steering me towards one way or another. If nothing comes to mind in terms of a live stream series for a specific game that's interactive, I could substitute in there another kind of main game. So a Total War perhaps that we haven't played for a while, or that's an older one that I haven't played before, or something that's I would play as a main series, but there's no slot for it, so we'll use a live stream slot instead, if there's nothing else in mind. But I'm sure between all of us we can come up with a live stream series that's going to benefit being a live stream series, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the live stream series. Potentially 2 a week, start of the week, end of the week, depending on if we're recording or live streaming a main series that particular week. And yeah, I hope that all makes sense. So that's the 3 kind of series we've got going on the channel. So for instance, at the moment, the main series will be Baldur's Gate, the side series yet to be determined, and the live stream series is Darkest Dungeon. Now that leaves the final game that's up on my channel at the moment, which is Sorcery, and I've had a long think about this, again on holiday, thought about a lot of things, and I just think that I'm going to cancel the series completely. I've not been enjoying the second chapter as much as the first. The prospect of playing out another 2 series after this chapter's finished, another two chapters after this, is filling me with dread. I don't know if it's all the reading, I don't know what it is, because I really enjoyed the first game, but I think it's just because it's going to drag on for so long and there's a lot of reading involved, and I just kind of kept putting it off the next session and putting it off, and when I start doing that, it's not a good sign. It happened with Fallout, it happened with Dragon Age 2. Just give it up, don't flog a dead horse, as the saying goes. So we're going to cancel that. It's not something I do very often at all. I think up to press in 9 years it still only stands at 2 series that I've cancelled, Dragon Age 2 and Fallout 4. I did cancel Darkest Dungeon but then resumed it again, so yeah, it's not something I do very often, but when I get this kind of feeling about a game where I'm not enjoying it, there's just no point of dragging it out. It's just not fun. So Sorcery is hereby cancelled. Right, so to facilitate your suggestions for a side series and a live stream series, on the Discord channel, which the link is in the description should you wish to come across and join. In the Discord channel, there in the announcements server, start again. In the Discord channel, I'm going to create 2 new servers, one for suggestions for side series and one for suggestions for live stream series. So get on over there and start suggesting games, particularly for a side series, because we've got a slot spare. The sooner we start, the better. And for the next live stream series, it will replace Darkest Dungeon when we finally manage to come out victorious. And I'll take a look through the list that you suggest and make a note of them and do some research on them, and if necessary, when the time comes and I've got 2 or 3 I think that's good, I'll put it out to a vote. So yeah, get on over there and start your suggestions now. You can also suggest by other mediums if you wish. More about that very shortly. Right, so I hope that's clear. I hope that gives you some form of structure of what to expect going forward. And I hope you are on board with it. Really, I think it's going to benefit. I think it's going to benefit me. The main series uploading regularly, it just gives me that continuity, not having to pick a game up and put it down again, and pick it up and put it down, whilst trying to juggle 2 or 3 games at a time. I'm getting old. My ability to LP 5 games at a time, like when I first started, it's just not happening. So, to be able to focus on one game and get into the meat and crux of the story, the characters, and, I find it easier to upload consistently when I'm in that flow with a game now. So that should allow that to happen. But the side series and the live stream series should give some other flavour on the channel, just in case you don't like the main series that I'm playing. You might still want to watch the live stream series or the side series, for instance. Okay, so that's the channel setup going forward in terms of the series. I also have some general channel updates that I want to bring your way, because when I do this, it's all about enjoyment for me, but also for you guys. And I particularly enjoy the interactive element, although I have been a bit lack on that over the past few months, again due to issues which I will explain in a video update coming soon. But I want to get back to sort of increasing the level of interactivity if I can. So I want to get you involved in things, suggestions with the game series, voting, and other stuff as well. So for instance, I want there to be a video intro. I used to do this previously, so I'm going to bring it back in again. I want there to be a separate video intro for every series, rather than using a generic one, which I've used for quite a while now. Have a specific video intro for a series, and for that I would like you guys to send them to me. So for instance, Baldur's Gate's on the go at the moment. If you would like to submit a video intro for Baldur's Gate, send it to me, and it will be used. I will use all submissions and give the appropriate credit to the person that submitted it. And if I get more than one, I'll rotate them. Every video, and they need to be. But I say keep them to less than 15 seconds. You don't want them to be dragging on too long. So I think 15 seconds max. 10 to 15 second introductory video for a series. Please start with Baldur's Gate 2. Send them to me, and I'll get them up on the videos and give you the credit. And that gives you one way to sort of to put your stamp and make some interaction with the channel. So I'm bringing that back in. So as I say, Baldur's Gate 2, please feel free to send some to me. Further to that, thumbnails. I usually do my own custom thumbnail. I'm not the greatest artist when it comes to using any kind of bloody paint or whatever the other channel. What's the other one that's out there? The more powerful one. I can't remember the name of it. But editing, they're very basic, very simple. But when we start a new series, I'll ask for you to submit sort of thumbnail designs that I could use as a thumbnail. Now, of course, for consistency purposes, I'll probably end up picking one winner. But I'll again give appropriate credit to all submissions, probably showcase all submissions, but only use one for the entire series just to keep it consistent. So that's something that I'll probably bring in when we start a new series. Side series will be starting soon. It's a good time to test it out. But again, that'll be another opportunity for you to try and have some input and put your stamp and have some interaction with the channel. So that's that. I'm going to aim to do a video update every 2 weeks. And these video updates will be more like vlogs, I suppose, where I'll give you some insight into my thoughts and goings on over the past couple of weeks, whether it's to do with sport, whether it's to do with what I've been getting up to in my personal time, whether it's a particular hot topic of the day or the week. Usually try to avoid politics where I can and religious-based stuff, but if there's something that's currently a hot topic, I may throw my thoughts into the mix. So I might give you a bit of a video update or video vlog, if you want to call it that, every 2 weeks, rather than waiting for months at a time and then doing a massive bloody video update like this. So that's the plan going forward for video updates / vlogs every 2 weeks. I'm going to, I've set up a Twitter account. I'm very slow to these modern technologies, but yes, I've got a Facebook group page, I've got a Discord channel, and now I have a Twitter page. Now these social mediums are only for me to put updates on, really. So, you know, when the next live stream is going to be, I'll put on there from now going forward what the next new game series is going to be, when we start a new series, and other channel-based stuff. There's going to be no spam on there. You don't want to spam your feeds with nonsense. It's just channel-based updates that are pertinent, really. And, you know, with Twitter, for instance, you might be able to tweet stuff to me, because I am subscribing or following, I think it's called. You can see I'm up to speed with this, following different gaming studios, channels and things, so I'll get loads in my feed. But, you know, you might be able to, I don't know how it quite works yet, but you might be able to sort of retweet things to me to keep me abreast of upcoming releases and things. That might be useful for me, because I'm kind of bad at keeping up to date with up and coming releases. So if you can follow me on Twitter and then, you know, every so often copy me or tweet me, or I don't know how you do it, you know, link me into a tweet of one of the game developers or whatever. Look at this coming out in next month, put it on your list of things to look out for. You know, that would be quite helpful to me. So not only would it be helpful for you to follow me to get my video updates as to what's going on the channel, but it could be useful for you to update me on things that is happening in the upcoming releases of the games. So I'll urge you to follow me there. I mean, it's not very difficult. It's at Damo2986. Very simple. You'll find me. It's my usual moniker. So that's Twitter. Every sort of 5 videos or so. I don't want to harp on. I don't like to beg for subscriptions and for likes, and I'm not going to do that. But what I might do every sort of 5 videos, maybe less frequent than that, is just give you a bit of gentle reminder. If you're not subscribed to, if you're not signed up to the Discord, or you're not signed up to me on Twitter, following me, whatever you call it, or you're not liking me on the Facebook page, you know, might just remind you to do so every sort of 5 to 10 videos, so it's not too laborious, it's not every damn video. But the reason why I'm going to do that is to try and increase the level of interactivity. I like to have a community-based feel to things, and if you're interacting on the Discord, or you're interacting through Twitter, whatever the medium is with me, I like that. So I'm trying to just sort of push that a little bit more than I have been doing in the recent past. So I hope you don't mind that. Right. We've been going for 33 minutes, of which I make no apologies. But there's one last thing that I had a long think. I had a very long think about this, and I've been debating whether to stick this on the video or not. But I'm going to put it out there. I'm not going to do it. I'm just putting the feelers out as to what your thoughts are on this. As you will probably know if you followed me for long enough, or watched me for long enough, I do this not for monetary gain. I don't do this I do this as a hobby. It's something I've done for 9 years. You know, the newer members might not realise that. I've done this for 9 bloody years, a long time. And the reason why I think I've done it for so long and not burnt out, or, you know, got bored with it or whatever, is because I do it as a hobby. I enjoy it. I don't necessarily put undue pressure on myself to do things. Although, given my previous 30-minute spiel, I'm now starting to put a bit of pressure to get things up, but I think that's going to be a good thing for me, because it's helping me in other ways. But yeah, I do this for not only my own enjoyment, but I just want to give you something to watch and enjoy. And I always say, if it's just one person, if I get just one paltry view, I'm not one of these people that cancel series because it's not getting views. Oh, it's not getting any views, this series, it's rubbish, bloody hell, cancel that and do a big game that's going to get me loads of views. You know, let's do the next big thing, let's do a Cyberpunk when it comes out and I'll get loads of views, and I don't care. I do games that I like to play and hope that you guys come along for the ride. If you don't, I appreciate that my game's out for everybody, but if at least a handful of people, even just one person, is watching the series and commenting on the video, and, you know, that for me is more than enough. And I still have that outlook now, and I've had it throughout my entire LPing career, if you will. So, you know, that is for me enough. And I've had loads over the years, loads of really nice, heartwarming messages from people about how my videos have helped them through difficult times, and they are really, really heartwarming to see in a way. Obviously they've gone through a difficult time, so that's not good for them, but it's nice to see how you don't really appreciate when you're sat there recording a video and getting it uploaded, and you move on to the next one. You don't sometimes realise actually somebody could be sat there, you know, in a really bad place watching this, enjoying this, and it's really, really helping them. And to me that is really powerful stuff, and I really cherish those kind of messages when people have sent them to me. And appreciate that kind of thing, as well as the other messages of thanks that I do get sometimes. So what I'm trying to get around to in a long and convoluted way, I might as well drag this out to 40 minutes, this video, is I don't do it for monetary gain. Never have done. I am partnered and have been for a number of years, for about 7 years now, maybe a little bit longer. But the money that I get from being a partner, which is less than it used to be due to views and whatnot, I put into the channel. I use that money to buy games. That's all I buy with it. It sits in a PayPal account, and when I want to buy something on Steam, I go to my PayPal account and pay for it. And that is my gaming fund. And most games that I buy are for LPing. I don't tend to play games off camera. You can check my Steam, you can check me on Discord, which tells you what games I'm playing. I'm usually playing a game that I'm recording because I don't really have time to sit down and play other stuff. So, it gets put back into the channel. So, Patreon is what I'm getting at here. You think, what's he getting at here? I've seen it and people have asked me about it. And I'm quite surprised at how many people have asked me about it, as if to say, "Why haven't you got one?" We want to give you something for all what you've done over the years. And I'm just like, well, I don't really want your money. I don't really want anything from you other than thanks, other than your sort of viewership and your just drop with the odd comment. But I've toyed with the idea. And I had a couple of conversations with a close friend of mine from the YouTube world, and we discussed Patreon and the benefits, the pros and the cons. And I said, nah, I still can't bring myself to go down that line. But I did some thinking on holiday, and I thought, well, I'll put my feelers out there. I'll put my feelers out there to see what you guys think. Because ultimately, if I get met with a big no chance, man, then I won't do it. If I get met with indifference, I probably still won't do it. But if I come back with people that, yeah, fair enough, crack on with it, then I might just give it a try. It might even just go up and then come down again. But I'm not going to be using it for rewarding people with extra perks, because I've always been open. My Discord is open to everyone. There's nothing behind a paywall, and I don't want it to become that. So what you see is what you get. So there's going to be no particular rewards. It's just for you if you want to show your appreciation via an other method than just a simple comment. It's there for you to do so. The values of the donation are going to be like really small, 1, 5 and 10. I'm not going to go any higher than that. I don't even know how it works. If you can pick your own levels of donation, 1, 5 and 10, no more than 10. I couldn't dream of taking any more money from anybody than $10. Okay, so sorry to do a bit of a jump cut there. My dinner has arrived, so I don't know where I got to, but I'm only going to use small donation amounts, and it is for people, as I said, that just want to put something towards my LPing fund, if you will, as a method of thanks. I'm not going to. I mean, I will put a link to it on my channel, along with a link on my videos, along with links to my Facebook and my Twitter and the Discord. But I'm not going to, put it out there in your face. I'm not going to be at the end of every video asking you to sign up to Patreon. Don't forget. It's going to be a sort of, there you go, when it goes live, and then just subtle link in the video. I may bring it up every 3 months or something. Something really, really stretched out, because I don't want it to become you know, a bombardment, because that's not what it is. But rest assured, like my money from being partnered, any funds from the Patreon will purely and simply go back into the channel, whether it's through game purchases, because if I'm going to be trying these new side series, I'm going to be purchasing more games than I do now. Alternatively, it will go on upgrading equipment. I need a new webcam, for instance, so I'm going to be getting a new webcam soon. I'll dip into PayPal for that from my partnered money or whatever. I need a new gamepad. My gamepad that I'm using for PC games is now knackered, pardon the French, so I'm going to need to buy a new gamepad and things like that. This kind of thing is really good for, and I will keep you updated with any purchases made from the Patreon pot, so that you can be assured I'm not going and splashing it on my next cruise, if you will. So this is simply me putting it out there, so let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Indifferent? Against me having one? You know, supportive of me having one? Any ideas about how it should operate? You know, anything, and just put it up there. It's new to me. I'm not really up to speed with it, but I know how generally it works. So yeah, that is that. So it's been a long one, hence why it's been split into two. So I do make no apologies, because I think it's I feel like I'm starting again. Right, it's now 1st of July, not quite the 1st of January, but boom, new approach and all that. But yeah, in terms of what you need to do now and remember is sign up to Twitter, or follow me on Twitter. I'll get the right terminology eventually. Follow me on Twitter, sign up to the Discord if you're not already, and get involved in some conversation, some chat and whatever else. You can check out the new servers which will be going up very shortly for game suggestions. Get those game suggestions to me. If you can and are able and willing, send me any Baldur's Gate 2 intro videos, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and of course your comments regarding Patreon. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I had on this list and covered, so I know that I haven't missed anything. So all that is left to say is enjoy the channel going forward, and I'll update you in the next week with my first video vlog thing. I'm so down with it, man. Right, until next time, bye for now.